2. Good morning, hello, and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is all about what happened today throughout the annals of recorded history. Join us as we delve into yesteryear, not only for interesting and important happenings, but to possibly even answer questions you don't even know you have. The sources of this information come from the smart device application Today in History. What happened today in history?
And on thisday.com.
And historical calendar. For links to those sources, the music, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar of the description below. Please go check our link tree and especially our affiliates. ASFX is up to some pretty cool things, so yeah, check.
Yes, they are.
That. Yeah. Anyway, I am A.O. Xander.
I am the lovely who is Alice.
And you viewer are you. Today is, what is today? Sun's Day, aka Sunday, August 6, 2023. So do you want to start us off? Do you have the script up, or do you want me to just direct you?
I see. I have I have your screen share up. So we have in 258 AD, I believe.
Yeah.
Pope Saint Sixtus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sixtus II beheaded in Rome under persecutions by Roman Emperor Valerian.
Yikes.
So a pope was beheaded.
Yeah.
And then, you know, that happens. We have here in, what is that? 1497, we have Italian Emperor John Cabot returns to Bristol from Northern America, Newfoundland, actually, which is technically Canada. The first European to do so since the Vikings.
All right, he was an explorer, not an emperor.
Oh, no, explorer. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. I have a cracked screen, and right where it was, it just, like, had, like, I'm like, huh?
The notorious cracked screen of Alice's phone, always doing mischievous things.
I know. If it's not one thing, it's another, right?
Yep.
All right. We have also in 1538, we have Bogota in Colombia is founded by Gonzalo Jimenez de Quesada.
Huh. All right, Bogota, Colombia.
There we go.
Yeah.
And here's your turn, my buddy. You get 1600.
Actually, I do not have 1600. I have 1675. Russian Tsar Alexis bans foreign hairstyles to those below the nobility. So if you were not noble, then, you know, or in the noble class, you had to have, like, only domestic hairstyles, whatever those were. So that's annoying. We also have in 1685, King Louis XIV's Code Noir decree policing slavery in French colonies was first adopted by the Sovereign Council of Martinique. So, yep, French slaves. And then 1699, HMS Roebuck, captained by William Dampier, landed Shark Bay, Western Australia, on the first British scientific expedition to Australia. So, 1699, they're surveying Australia and everything, and then what was it, about 76 years later, they lost a little thing called the 13 colonies of America, and they had to continue putting their prisoners somewhere. So, you know, they're like, oh hey, we just found this place, 76 years ago, or started exploring it back then, and just
we'll just throw you there,
pumping criminals into Australia. So yeah.
Yeah, we'll just throw you to this place. Have fun there. So,
anyway,
what we got here? We got 1774, founder of the Shaker movement, Mother Ann Lee arrives in New York.
What
the
is
Shaker movement?
The Shaker
Hang on,
movement?
I'm going to go inside because of this lawnmower.
Okay. The Shakers. The United Society of Believers in Christ's Second Appearing, more commonly known as the Shakers. Let's see here. What does it say? Are a millenarian restorationist Christian sect founded in 1747 in England and then organized in the U.S. in the 1780s. They initially were known as Shaking Quakers because of their ecstatic behavior during worship services. Espousing egalitarian ideals, women took on spiritual leadership roles alongside men, including founding leaders such as Jane Wardley, Anne Lee, and Lucy Wright. So, yeah, for further information on this, this is interesting.
Yeah, that is.
Post this in the underbar of the description after the stream,
so
of course.
So they're a sect of the Quakers, then?
Yeah. What the hell is a millenarian?
I don't know. Let's look it up.
Millenarianism or millenarism, from Latin millenarius, containing 1,000, is a the belief by a religious, social, or political group or movement in a coming fundamental transformation of society, after which all things will be changed. Millenarianism exists in various cultures and religions worldwide, with various interpretations of what concludes a transformation. Wow. Well,
there we go.
Dang, we're only 5 minutes in. I'm not high enough for this. This is some pretty interesting reads here. So.
I'm not high enough for this, man.
Yeah, dude. I thought I was pretty toasty, but apparently not. So.
You're not toasty enough.
No, I'm gonna have to fix that after the show because I don't. That's not really cool to do that on the camera, you know.
Yeah, especially when we're talking about history. We got to be proper here.
But what else do we got?
Well, we have here in, what is that, 1806, we have the Holy Roman Empire ends. It was neither Holy, Roman, nor an empire. Francis II renounces the title, becoming Emperor of Austria.
Oh, so the official end of the Holy Roman Empire.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, well, there you go. 1800s.
1806.
In the beginning. 1810s. We also have here, and is that 1815 U.S. Flotilla? Is that flotilla?
Flotilla.
Hang on. Yeah, flotilla. So I did say it right. Ends piracy by Algiers, Tunis, and Tripoli.
Yep.
And Tripoli. That's over over off of the Mediterranean, right? And everything.
I believe.
In Algiers, but isn't Algiers on the Pacific Ocean? I mean the Atlantic Ocean?
Let me see.
No,
Algiers map.
God damn it! No, there's like.
Algiers.
No, that is part of the
is the city in Algeria. It's in northern Africa.
No, I was mixing up that one other African country that's on the Atlantic Ocean, on the southern part of Africa. Yeah, there's Algiers, and then there's Azerbaijan. I can't remember what it's called.
Hold on a second. Map of Africa.
Yeah, it starts with an A, I believe. But
or something like that. Let me see here.
Yeah, it's not.
There we go. Oh God. Angola? Or Angola?
Yeah, Angola. Yeah, that's
Angola.
what I was I was mixing Angola up with Algiers or Algeria.
Al Jazeera.
No, I was still the same continent though. I mean.
Anyway, let's move on up here. 1845, the Russian. Actually, no. Hold on a second. I totally skipped a couple things. 1819, Norwich University was founded in Vermont as the first private military school in the United States. Well,
damn!
Look at that. 1825, Bolivia gained independence from Peru. This is their national day, so cool. And then 1845, the Russian Geographical Society was founded in St. Petersburg.
All right. Oh, shit snacks.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
And back to you, Miss Alice.
Yeah, where are we at here? What year? We're at 1856. We have the Great Bell is cast for the Great Clock in Westminster, London, for Big Ben.
Actually, Big Ben is the name of the bell, not the name of the clock tower. The clock tower is actually just called the Westminster Clock Tower, something very bland. But Big Ben is is actually the name for the bell. So yeah,
that's what I figured. Yeah, and that I didn't know that until we talked about this a year ago.
Yeah. Well, we looked it up and everything because I always thought my whole life Big Ben was a cold clock tower. The whole thing was all Big Ben.
Nope. It's just big... Westminster Clock Tower, and then Big Ben's the name of the bell.
Yep.
Yeah, the more you know, right? Well, we have in 1860. Dude. Yeah, in 1861 though, we do have the British annex Lagos in Nigeria. What's the Lagos? Oh, the
Lagos
annex of Lagos.
I believe a city in Nigeria. Hold on a second.
Yeah, it has to be.
Lagos, Nigeria. Yeah, it's a city. Hold on a second. Map. Yeah, Lagos might be the capital, I think, of Nigeria.
Yes. And it's not to be mistaken with Legos, people. All right?
Legos? Oh, God.
Yeah, well, it's play on words. Anyways, we have in 1861, we have the U.S. Congress passes the first Confiscation Act.
Huh. Let's look that up here real quick, because I think it's pretty self-explanatory. But authorized Union seizure of rebel property, and it stated that all slaves who fought with or worked for the Confederate military services were freed of further obligations to their masters. All right.
So it wasn't a bad thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, you know, it goes along the lines of what I was thinking, but I wasn't initially really thinking, like, anything involving slaves and whatnot.
Well, if you're looking at the year and stuff, everything there,
1861,
so it kind of
you know, now I understand. Like, I was just thinking, you know, confiscation is when you, like, you know, take something away from somebody. You know, oh, I'm confiscating, you know, your phone during class. I'm confiscating your skateboard. Oh, we just got joined by...
The Golden Loon.
I completely actually forgot you were even here. Like
I forgot it was 11 o'clock.
Well, it's actually 11:10 now. 11:11 now.
I know. I looked at it. Oh, wow.
11:11. Make a wish, Pop.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Papa Dukes. How you doing?
Good, good. Always good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well, let's see here. Moving on to 1890, future Hall of Fame pitcher Cy Young threw a 3-hit ball in his first MLB debut for the Cleveland Spiders in an 8-1 win versus Chicago Colts.
Chicago.
Yep, the Spiders. Never even heard of them. No.
Yeah, that's a good one right there. The one right below.
The one right above, actually, I skipped over.
No, yeah, I know. I thought you were going to read that one.
Yeah,
but then
1890 as well. At Auburn Prison in New York, murderer William Kemmler became the first person to be executed by electric chair.
Oh, jeez.
Yikes.
Wow. Oh, that's brutal.
That is brutal. And then 6 years later, 1896, France annexed Madagascar. Dang.
Oh, wow.
Dang, France.
I did not know.
Yep.
Kind of reminds me of that video of how much France owns that you
we
showed last
saw that
night.
last night. Like, France is all over the place. We're actually within, 3,000 kilometers of France, because they own islands all across the world. It's a really interesting video. I got to show it to you. No, but France is actually, because of all their, like, you know, all their colonies and all that stuff, they're actually the 5th largest nation by landmass on Earth.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, and they have, like...
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, and they have, like, you know, a lot of control over, like, you know, the immediate, like, you know, waters around all the, you know, islands for fishing and all that stuff. Course. And then between that, because they're also in the EU, and then all the other nations that have the same thing, the EU is, like, bigger than you can even understand. Because, you know, they have a global, physically global-wide, you know, like, hold on the world. Like, it's not just in Europe; it's on islands all across the Caribbean. They own the Mediterranean, but, like, you know, the Pacific, the Atlantic. You know, they're all over the place. Yeah. It's wild,
dude. Yeah,
that's
they have more. They have
claim all the islands.
Well, they're building islands.
Yeah, and they're building islands.
They have more shore.
Good.
Yeah, they have more shore. They have more shoreline than, like, a lot of countries that, like, you'd think should have more, but because of France's stretched out place, like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
you gotta watch it.
Yeah, let's get back into history here. 1901.
Yeah, 1901. We've got Kiowa land in Oklahoma is open for white settlement, effectively dissolving the contiguous reservation. Is that what it says? Contiguous reservation?
Dissolving the
contiguous. Sorry. Contiguous, sorry.
Yeah.
It was just a little hard for me to read there. But yeah, the Kiowa land in Oklahoma is open for white settlement. Oh.
Yeah, so they're the contiguous reservation, you know, the Indian reservation. We displaced them, and then we just kept displacing them, and but it's better than just wiping them out, you know.
Damn.
So
true.
That's why I'm saying, like, you know, what we did to the natives, you know, it's not good, but it's not the worst deal that they could have ended up with, you know. So
the landmass on the world is ever changing.
Yeah.
You know, that's just created by mankind. I'm not saying by weather or natural cause, but mankind keeps conquering one another and
see,
moving on.
You know, like, and for the longest time, like, I was trapped in this loop as well, but we always only focus on, you know, what the white man did. Well, the natives, you know, took land from each other all the time, you know?
That's what I'm saying,
So yeah,
nature of humanity.
Yeah. Anyway, what else do we have here?
Well, actually, I want to do this 1909 one here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alice Ramsey and 3 friends become the first women to complete a transcontinental automobile trip.
Nice.
So, like, was that the Model T that they went from east to west?
I guess so.
Or west to east?
When was the Model T? Because I think it was more of a Model A. 1908. This was 1900.
Right, yeah.
This was 1909. So it might have been a Model T.
Most likely would have been.
Yeah.
You're not going to use an old style car.
Oh no! So the Model T came out in 1908.
Oh wait, Model A came out way after that. So never mind.
Yeah,
was the Model T the first
T.
one?
So yeah, it came out in 1908. The Model T.
Okay, yeah.
And the Model A is the first one, right?
No, the Model A came out in 1927.
Oh, okay.
So way later.
Yeah, this is 1909. So the Model T came out in 1908, the year before.
This has to
so
be
yeah,
a Model T.
they used the Model T and they went across coast to coast, I guess, right there.
Well, if anybody in the audience wants to tell us the exact one, if it is a Model T or not, please.
Had to be.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna look this up here real quick, just out of curiosity, because I want an answer. It's not telling us. All right. Well, I am just going to post this link in the underbar of the description. If anybody who's watching would like to do the rabbit hole digging.
I like the end of that when they were describing it.
I'm assuming it's Model T, though.
Huh.
Yeah,
well,
I'm going to go.
I'm
going to the Model T.
Had to find the
Well, anyways, where are we next?
Let's see here. This one, 1914.
All right, in 1914, we have Dennis Patrick Dowd Jr. enlists in the French Foreign Legion, becoming the first American to fight in World War I.
Oh, look at that. Like 4 years
so
before...
he enlisted for the French, with the clause.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fucking interesting. I mean, freaking interesting, I'm sorry. Part of my French.
This one here.
That one.
This one. Yeah.
Yep, and we also have 1914, same day. We have in World War I, Austria-Hungary declares war on Russia.
Ooh. All right.
Yeah, so same day that Patrick Dow enlists to the French, he also, Austria-Hungary declared war on Russia.
While World War II was raging, or what one, sorry, 1915, the British land more troops at Suvla Bay on the northern shore of Gallipoli in an effort to break the stalemate on the peninsula during the First World War. And if anyone who knows history, the Gallipoli campaign was a tragic defeat. And
the British, right?
Yeah, well, it was the British, with the Australians, New Zealanders, and everything. There's a movie out, Gallipoli, which starred a very young Mel Gibson. I think he was 17.
Oh wow!
He was a kid.
Something like an Aussie.
Yeah.
You should put that for a movie, for movie night sometime.
We have seen it, yeah, but it involves the Light Horse Brigade from the Australian Army, and they were involved in Gallipoli. And he ended up becoming a runner. Him and his friends, or him and his friend, they were trench runners. To messages.
Isn't that what the Prime Minister, what's his name, of Britain really promoted, and it really killed his political career at the time? What's his name?
It's not Churchill.
Churchill.
No,
that wasn't Churchill. That wasn't.
No, Churchill was during the Second World War.
I thought he was around for the first of it.
Maybe.
Young age.
Yeah, I think it might be onto something, and we don't have time to dig that rabbit hole right now. But I think I remember something about that very, very vaguely. But we got to move on up here. 1919, we have the first air flight over a major body of water in Australia by Harry Butler. All right. And then 1926, Don Juan, starring John Barrymore, it was released by Warner Brothers. This was the first feature-length film to utilize the Vitaphone sound-on-disc sound system with, pardon me. Sorry about the random coughing. Don't get into sandblasting. Sound-on-disc sound system with a synchronized musical score and sound effects. No, I'm not kidding. I have permanent scarring. It was not a job I should have gotten into. No.
I just this the way you said it. This made me giggle because I remember you talking about how you had an issue with it. So.
Yeah. Every random I just how you randomly sneeze or something, you just don't even feel, just you're just walking along, achoo! That happens with coughing. It just happens. So.
Yeah, I got smoker's cough, so
Yeah.
I randomly break into fits like that, so I understand you, bud.
Well, it doesn't help that I vape and I partake in the devil's lettuce as well. So.
The devil's lettuce.
The jazz zizzle. 1926, U.S. Gertrude Ederle, at the age of 20, became the first woman to swim the English Channel in 14 hours, 39 minutes, a record for male or female. Wow.
Damn.
Wow. Girl power.
Sure she wasn't transgender? I don't know.
No, whoa, Pops, watch your language
Yikes.
there.
I'm sorry.
Yikes.
I'm sorry.
There's a time and a
My
place.
bad. My bad.
Ooh, you're gonna get us cancer,
Oh.
man.
Oh.
Yikes, dude.
Dude,
Hey,
that
just a
1930 to black, that one's kind of interesting.
Direct all hate
And I-
mail to this man. Leave me out of it, okay?
God damn it, Pops. Can't take you anywhere.
I know.
I'm moving to another table.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else?
Really,
do we-
you have to embarrass me?
No, it's all right. We still love you.
Oh, that's good. That's
All right,
the
so
only
we have
people that
19. Well, we have 1929 here. We have a young plan which sought to settle German reparation debts after World War I is agreed. The Young Plan.
All right, let's look that up here real quick. 1929 Young Plan. Under the committee, under the chairmanship of Owen D. Young, the head of General Electric and a member of the Dawes Committee, proposed a plan that reduced the total amount of reparations demanded of Germany to 121 billion gold marks, almost $29 billion, payable over 58 years. Jesus.
Jeez.
No wonder they rose. Hitler rose to power and all this stuff. They
Yeah,
basically
because,
gave
they
him
had
the
to do
platform with
reparations.
all that screwing over. Like Germany, they were the primary enemy because they were the biggest army and everything, but they had nothing to do with the start of the war. They were just honoring alliances and they get railed. So, man. What else do we have here? Oh, here we go.
I want to do the next two. Yeah, the one in black underneath as well.
Yeah, actually,
So,
they're on
yeah.
the script, so go for it.
Yep. All right, so we have the remains of balloon expedition of Solomon August Andreas to North Pole in 1897, found at Chubby, Spitsbergen.
That doesn't
Where the
sound
hell
too
is
appetizing.
that?
So what's that
where
saying?
is
Taking a
Chubby-
balloon over
Chubby-
this?
No, the
Chubby-
remains of the balloon. So they did. So the expedition of Solomon August Andreas to the North Pole in 1897, he took a balloon to try to fly there.
Yeah.
And then obviously he didn't make it because they found the
that's what I
remains.
was asking.
So,
They
yeah.
took a balloon. Holy cow.
Yeah.
But yeah, Spitsbergen, Chubby, Onya. Where the hell is that though? That's what I want to know. If you don't mind
let's-
looking at.
Let's find that actually.
Man,
Yeah,
who
I'm
thinks
kinda
it's a good
curious.
idea
It
to go
sounds
over the
like-
North Pole in a balloon.
Oh, you don't know. Like here. Let's
Is
see.
this-
Let's check out maps. It's over. Okay, it's up. Okay.
Oh,
Where is that?
that's like
Whoa.
up north of Greenland, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, northeast of Greenland. Yeah.
Where is it again?
I lost it.
Scroll to the left. Like
Okay,
put
go.
your. Yeah, there it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's north of that. It's just like a small island that is from a block of islands. It's north of just like west.
Greenland.
No, east of
It's
Greenland.
east
Yeah.
of Greenland. It's so close to the North Pole
So
that
where's
it's
Iceland on there then?
Iceland. Is,
No,
where?
it's got to be closer.
Oh, here it is.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah, Iceland and
Okay,
Greenland.
now I see Europe, so it's way up there. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Still
Yeah.
not close to the North Pole. They didn't get close at all.
Well,
Unless they had already been over it and going back.
So that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense of the name of it. 'Cause that's kind of like a Nordic like Scandinavian type of like lettering there
Yeah,
too.
we gotta pick up the pace here, also. What else do we got?
Yeah, we have here in 1930, same day, same year, we had the Supreme Court Justice John Forrest Crater disappears in New York City.
Yikes.
Yeah,
Wonder what
Supreme
the hell
Court Justice disappeared.
That sounds fishy.
Yeah. It does. Gonna move on up. I'm gonna rattle us off until we hit 1940, if that's cool.
That's not a problem.
1932, we have the first Venice Film Festival open, the world's oldest film festival. I believe that's still running. So, and I guess the oldest ever. So it's,
Venice, California, no doubt. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, like Venice, Italy, probably.
Yes,
Like,
of course.
Well, I didn't know. Maybe Venice, California. Like Hollywood was starting to.
32
appear.
was indeed. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be Venice. Yeah.
Anyway, 1934, U.S. troops left Haiti, which had been occupied since 1915. So,
Ooh.
19 years. What were we doing there? That's
I
weird.
don't know, but it's still a mess today.
Uh,
Major mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1937, Franco's artillery fired on Madrid in Spain. Yeah, Francisco Franco, the Spanish Revolution. And he won and became dictator right before the outbreak of the Second World War.
Damn.
Also in 1937, U.S. and USSR signed a trade treaty. Cool. And then what else do we have? 1939, we have the first broadcast of the Dinah Shore Show on NBC Radio.
Cool. Wow, I didn't realize you went back that far. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep. Let's get back to you, Miss Alice. 1940.
1940, we have Estonia is annexed into Soviet Empire.
All right. That became part of the Union.
And same day, same year, German occupiers in Belgium imposed censorship rules on filmmaking and exhibition. Exhibition.
Exhibition. Well,
yeah.
Censorship rules. I don't like that.
Yeah. We have here in 1942, we have Hermann Göring proclaims occupied areas thoroughly empty to plunder.
Wow. Like, what kind of a sicko do you have to be to view places that, wealth, plunder? Like, what are you, a Viking?
So that's just all their occupied areas they're talking about.
Yeah, they occupy the area, and then now they're just going to,
plundered it.
Yeah. I mean, how
all their riches.
Remember all the art that they stole and all that stuff?
Yeah,
just
any gold or anything else, anything of value.
I'm sorry, I was reading 1944 there, the Jews.
Yeah, go for it, Alice.
1944, all 1,200 Jews death marchers from Lukami, Moldova have died.
Oh, man.
Jeez.
That's just bad.
You got another one here.
Well, we have also same day, same year, deportation of 70,000 Jews from Lodz, Poland to Auschwitz begins.
So they didn't deport like 70,000 at once. This is just when they started the whole thing. Yikes.
Yeah, they started killing a lot of them off like right at the end of the war, just because if we're gonna lose, we might as well get rid of as many as we can, which is just bad.
Well, and who's gonna get this? Like
you, because I did 4 or 5 right there.
All right, 1945, big day. The atomic bomb was dropped on the Japanese city of Hiroshima by the U.S. B-29 superfortress Enola Gay. And 3 days later, because I looked it up, the 9th is when Nagasaki happens.
Yep, and, Nagasaki.
And, there's just massive, significant moment in history forever. Like,
a day that will live in infamy, just like Pearl Harbor.
To have the Japanese surrender. Some said 3, some said 5.
Well, they had a third one. They had a third one. It wasn't built yet, but they had the core done,
ready to put it together.
Yeah. And that eventually became the Demon Corps. If anybody knows about that.
I remember you talking about before. We've talked about the Demon Corps.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that rhymed. But let's see here. Moving on up to 1951. What else do we have? Let's see here. The National Museum of Racing opened in Congress Park at Saratoga Springs, New York. All right.
There you go.
And while that was happening, we have some more death here. 1951. A typhoon floods kill 4,800 people in Manchuria. Yikes.
Where's Manchuria again? I know the name of it, but I can't remember where it's from. Where Manchuria is. And I feel like an idiot for not knowing. Once I see it, I'm like, oh yeah!
Well, apparently it's a cocktail bar, but no. Let's see here. Manchuria.
It's a cocktail bar.
Here,
That's a lot of people die in a cocktail bar.
Northeastern China.
Oh, okay, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense now.
We got some sports history, 1952.
Typhoon I knew was from there. Hey, I'm going to mute because this lawnmower is being annoying.
Okay. We have some sports history here. 1952, St. Louis Browns veteran pitcher Satchel Paige, at the age of 46, became the oldest pitcher to win a complete shutout, 1-0 versus Detroit Tigers in 12 innings.
Look at that age, 46.
46.
Because of segregation, nobody got to see him in his prime as probably one of the all-time greatest pitchers in the history of baseball.
That's really sad.
He was segregated into the Negro League.
That's really sad.
Yeah, really sad.
Yeah. But 53 here, we got some more baseball. Future Baseball Hall of Fame slugger Ted Williams returned to the Red Sox from military service in Korea. Ends abbreviated season with a .407 batting average.
Yeah.
All right. And thank you for your service, Mr. Williams.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's the last one in Major League Baseball to hit 400. I believe that was the year. Not positive, but I think that was.
Well, dang. Let's see here. Last.
You get a base hit every 10 times you're up at bat. You get a base hit 4 of them. That's amazing.
Let's see here. Let's 400. When was the last time? 1941.
No.
Yeah. No.
This is 53 right here.
Yeah. Well, this is who was the last time someone hit 400 in a season? But no, this is wrong. So, well, this is another challenge to our viewers. If you want to let us know, like, if this is the last year, as the loon here said, please tell us in the comment section. Let's see here. What else do we got? 1956. Yep. After going bankrupt 1 year prior, 1955, the American national broadcaster Dumont Television Network made its final broadcast, which was a boxing match from the St. Nicholas Arena. All right.
Just back on Stan Musial. That was, as you read it, that's an abbreviated season, so maybe they didn't count it.
Oh, okay. Stan Musial. Where does it say Stan Musial?
Ted Williams.
I'm just like Stan Musial.
Yeah, Ted Williams. No. Sorry.
Like, I'm high. Okay, I don't need any more incorrectness. It doesn't help me.
Dan, I thought you said earlier in the show you weren't high enough.
Well,
things change when I join the scene for some reason. Oh my God, I'll really be confused.
Oh my God.
Any more baked, I'd be in trouble.
Yeah, I already feel like a potato. Anyway, 1960 here. The Twist dance craze. 1960, Chubby Checker performed his version of Hank Ballard's The Twist on the Dick Clark Show, starting a worldwide dance craze. Yeah. And do the twist.
Oh, yeah.
That was as big as when the Beatles hit the twist.
Yep.
Dude, the twist is the best way to get a guy. Dude, Pops.
Yeah.
If you don't want to dance with a guy at a bar, like when it's like they have like a little dance floor and everything, and you're like, but I'll buy you a drink if you dance with me. You go, sure. And then, like, you go into the dance, and then you just start doing the twist from the 1950s or 1960s, and then they, like, slowly dance away because they want to bump and grind, and you start doing the twist. I've got many a free drinks in my early 20s doing that.
Yikes.
There you go. There you go. That's perfect. I love it.
Well, while that was happening in 1960 as well, the UN Security Council laid down rules which would allow UN forces to enter Congo.
Damn.
Yeah. And 1 year later, we have the first case of motion sickness in space recorded. Or reported.
Somebody threw up.
I guess so.
Oh, that's weird, huh?
Well, I mean, you're in zero gravity. Your body's not used to that.
Yeah,
so.
No, I understand that, but just the first one, recorded. It's just strange.
Ooh, that one's really good.
What's that?
This one, 1962, Jamaica became independent after 300 years of British rule.
Woohoo, man, 300
Jamaica,
years.
we got a bobsled team.
300 years of British rule, that would make anyone crazy.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would just do it, wouldn't it? Just make it.
The puns.
Yeah,
never end.
Just make it.
Yeah. What else
I
do we
blame
have?
you, Pop, for that. Well, what we have here, it was at 1964 there. Yep. Yeah, we got 1964. Pope Paul the Fourth publishes.
Six.
Oh no, 6. Oh yeah, that's right. It's a VI, not an IB. All right, publishes the encyclical Escalation. Esclium?
I don't know.
Ecclesiam Swam, I think.
Ecclesium.
No idea what it is.
Oh yeah, Ecclesium. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, let's check this out here. Ecclesiam Swam. On the Feast of the Transfiguration, the second year of his pontificate, it is considered an important document which identified the Catholic Church with the body of Christ. Okay?
Oh.
So add that to the under by the description.
All right.
Show
yeah.
Uploading. Yeah. Let's see here.
There
we
we
got
go.
that. We got that. We got some more. Here we go. Ooh, this is kind of
Yeah, we
sad.
have 1960. Yeah, 1964 here. We got Prometheus, the world's oldest tree, aged at least 4,860 years, is accidentally cut down in Nevada.
Oh, jeez.
In the United States.
Oh my
man!
Accidentally.
How do you screw that up? Come on, almost 5,000 years. That thing is almost as old as the pyramids. You know, like what was that? 3,000 BC.
I don't know what kind of tree that is, but how does it live that long?
When were
I'm assuming it's a red oak. something.
2500 to 2490 BC. This tree was around when the pyramids were made.
Yeah, well, what kind of tree was it, though? Like, was it a redwood?
Well, Nevada,
I mean,
no,
it's
it wouldn't be
Redwood.
redwood.
Oh,
Some of these
no,
giant
Sequoia's
redwoods are
going to be in
really
Nevada.
cool, too.
Yeah. Prometheus. Okay.
Oh, damn.
Is this it? Prometheus was the oldest known non-colonial organism, a Great Basin bristlecone pine tree growing near the tree line in Wheeler Park in eastern Nevada, U.S. So.
Damn. And it's accidentally cut down.
Yeah, well, that's really stupid. Whoever did that should get he should get the
Oh,
electric
why would
chair.
you cut down the trees around there anyway?
Yeah. Well, that's really sad. Oh.
That's a really good, like, cleaned up picture of it being that it was cut down.
Yeah. Anyway, we got to move on up. Well, what else do we have? 1965, U.S. President Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Voting Rights Act prohibiting voting discrimination against minorities. Which, you know, it doesn't matter if you have laws against them, discrimination still happens. You know?
Yeah.
So.
Let people just vote.
Yep.
Yeah.
1966, Salazarberg over Tag opened, the longest suspension bridge in Europe. Why do Europeans always have to name things so weirdly?
Because they're European. And
Yeah.
so they have different ways of spelling their word.
Okay, well,
So
I searched for Salazarberg over Tag, and the first thing I get is a Hiroshima bomb.
Not quite
And
the
then
same.
I get a scale, and then I get a bridge, I think. Hold on a second.
That doesn't look like a suspension bridge to me. Maybe.
The one in the background did.
Oh,
What?
okay.
This-
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Background.
Okay, there it is. I'm looking at the foreground.
But yeah, what the hell is this donut? Like,
Isn't that weird? Look, I'm looking at that too. I go, what is
That's
that?
Why
the
do I-
suspension.
why are we
That's
getting-
not a suspension bridge, though.
why are we getting the donut bridge? I've seen videos about this. I'm already
That's
aware
the
of
weirdest
it.
thing I've ever seen.
Is this the bridge?
Who thinks that's a good
Like, why
idea?
would you-
That looks like
Why
San
would you make
Francisco.
Why would you make a
No.
donut bridge?
I don't know.
It makes no sense.
Because you really, really love roundabouts. I'm not sure. Like, that's
This
not
is
even
like
a
an
roundabout.
over-the-top
Like,
roundabout. Not even, dude. Like, I don't get it.
anyway,
Or maybe it's because of like the ground below, like right there in the center, is not stable. They did it that way instead. I don't know.
I don't know, but we got to move up. 1966 as well. U.S. citizens demonstrated against the war in Vietnam. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I was there.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Miss Alice.
Oh, here she is.
Yeah, we got
Here she is.
1970 here.
Queen of rock
Yeah,
and roll.
1970. Yeah, some rock and roll here. We got the Festival for Peace. The concert held at Shea Stadium in New York to mark the 25th anniversary of Hiroshima. Members include
cutting out.
Janis Joplin. Did I lag out?
Yeah, you lagged out a second there.
Oh, can you hear me now, though?
Yeah.
All right, so the performers at the Festival of Peace were Janis Joplin, Paul Simon, Creedence Clearwater Revival, ER, Steppenwolf, Miles Davis, Johnny Winter, Herbie Hancock, Dion, John Sebastian, and the Rascals, and the Broadway cast of Hair.
Wow.
Boy, that's quite a range of types
Talents.
of music.
Yeah.
Of talent. Great talent.
Holy
but-
shit. Like, you have things all over the place. Paul
Yeah.
Simon was there from...
Herbie Hancock. Dun, 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 dun,
You know,
dun,
wasn't
dun,
Paul-
dun, dun, dun.
Super jazz guy.
Yeah.
But wasn't Paul Simon part of Genesis during that time period?
Paul Simon, no.
Hmm.
Oh, no,
Unless
no,
he
no,
subbed
no,
in
no,
or
no, no.
something.
Simon and
Yeah.
Garfunkel. I'm sorry, I'm getting my names mixed up. Anywhos, so
what
that
else
was
do we have?
1970. What we have here is we got a baseball Hall of Famer here in 19.
You're cutting in and out again, Alice. Do you have a fan or something going?
No,
Okay, I'm a fan.
Yeah,
No,
it's just like
actually, I
every third
don't. I
word,
mean,
just
someone-
like every third word cuts off halfway through, and then you're back for like half a sentence. Like, it's weird.
hang on a second. I have my data off, so that shouldn't be an issue. Like, I don't know what's going on then, because I got full Wi-Fi right now.
I don't know.
Wi-Fi.
Well, let's try this again.
All right, give me 1 second here. My phone's being a
Well,
a
while you're doing that,
Canadian
I'm
lady.
going to rattle us off into 1980 for the sake of time.
Yeah, you might as well.
1973,
Just do a
Roberto
different
Clemente, Warren Spann, Billy Evans, Monty Irvin, Mickey Welch, and George High Pockets Kelly were inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
So,
Damn.
now, we were having a laugh about this yesterday when I did research and writing for the show. 1973, Stevie Wonder involved as a passenger. Okay.
Okay.
In a car crash in North Carolina, went into a 4-day coma.
Ooh, didn't know that.
Yeah, but I love how they added in because he's blind. You know.
I didn't pick up on that. Very good. Very good. Hey, I got to see Stevie Wonder when he was known as Little Stevie Wonder as a kid.
Dang.
Yeah.
Little Stevie.
Little Stevie Wonder, he went by.
Mm-hmm. What else do we got here? 1979, Marcus Hooper, at the age of 12, became the youngest person to swim the English Channel. 12 years old, swinging. Are you out to? Like, I hope to God the parents are like right behind him on a boat. Like.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well,
but,
probably had a whole crew.
But it says then youngest. So hold on a second. Youngest to swim English Channel.
Is he still the youngest?
11-year-old. Wow.
Whoa! Someone beat him.
Yeah. Who's the youngest boy? Tom Gregory, at the age of 11 in 1988, become the youngest person ever to swim the English Channel. It took him just under 12 hours to complete 32 miles, fueled by tubes of tomato soup and the odd chocolate biscuit lobbed into the sea by his coach, John Bullitt.
And what we read earlier was the first woman. She did it in 14 hours, so he beat her by 2 hours.
Dude,
wow.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, because remember earlier someone else swam the English Channel.
Yeah.
It was the first female.
That's what he was talking about.
Well, different. Well, this proves my point that men have better muscles than women. Even
that's just because of societal standard. You know what?
Men and women are structured differently.
You know what?
Yeah, let's get out of that one.
Alice, I have a job for you. Why don't you input that into the peanut, because I would like to talk about that, because that is derived from societal standards. There have been archaeological evidence of female bone structures being just as dense as men, suggesting physically musculature they're pretty much the same, because instead of just gathering berries or staying at home, they went out and hunted with the men and became strong just like them. So women like physically like as you say are not as high up as men, but I've seen women out there who could twist me in half like a pretzel.
Of course.
So it's all based off of societal standards, like that presumption. But once again, I want to get into that in the peanuts.
Well, you're always talking averages.
Yeah, I put men and women in skeletal
you have to find
structures.
100 women that can lift me with weights. That's no problem. But you're talking about the norm, the average.
Yeah.
The median.
But that's because of societal standards. If more females put themselves into more physically labor-inducive jobs, this. Okay, we're getting off topic here.
I got what you're saying.
But this is what led to the whole pay inequality thing, because they were taking they were taking certain numbers.
Yeah.
But men. In the numbers get paid more than women because they were doing the more physically grueling jobs. You get paid more for mining coal than you do sitting in an air-conditioned office.
Well, there's so many things that goes into, you can't take that number, women make less than men overall when you take the full average, and that's true. But that doesn't mean squat. That doesn't tell you why. Women take time off for birth.
Yeah. Let's get back on track.
How many women go into engineering in the university where they're going to end up making more money? Not many.
Exactly, and I hate to end this conversation, but I want you back for the peanut later today. I want to have this conversation.
Absolutely.
So, but we got to get back on track here. Alice, can you please put that in the peanut channel? I'm going to rattle us off as a 90. Okay?
I already did. Skeletal structures of men and women, and we can go from there. But yeah, I was trying to get back.
Anyway, that's day 2. 3 ANC members were sentenced to death in South Africa, and ANC I believe is African National Congress or something. ANC, African National Congress, a political party.
Right.
This was during apartheid. So, what else do we have? 83. The first NFL exhibition game in Europe, Minnesota Vikings defeated the St. Louis Cardinals 28-10 at London's Wembley Stadium.
I would actually read the one right before. Oh no, you already read that. I'm sorry. Like I was just my eyes were just going weird.
Oh, the 82 one? Yeah, I read that one. And this one I wanted you to read actually. This one I wanted you to read because this was about your Vikings.
Yeah, I know, but you read it anyway.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to rattle off.
It's okay.
Here.
I still love you.
Yep. We're going to move on up to 89, and I have to take this 89 here. We have the revival of musical revenue. Oh, Calcutta! Closed at Edison Theater in New York City after 5,959 performances. 59. Broadway's longest-running musical review. Wow.
So, that is a long time.
Yeah. Dude, this is the way you did the hand gestures right there.
I know, like, I'm going to get called, like, some form of ism or something because I'm just having fun with it. Oh, Calcutta!
Oh, Calcutta. Oh, my lord.
Oh, lordy lord. I'm going to take this last 89 here. 20 former South African political prisoners, in defiance of the restriction orders, launched a campaign against apartheid laws. Yeah, apartheid was a truly awful moment in history. Just absolutely abysmal.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on into 1990. Your turn, Alice.
We have Jim Palmer and Joe Moore. Cooperstown, New York.
Yeah, you cut out again for most of that sentence.
Why is it doing this?
I don't know.
Bastards.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's in Cooperstown, New York that Jim Palmer and Joe Morgan were Hall of Fame in 1990.
It cut you out at inducted twice. Like
inducted?
Yeah.
Maybe
now
my phone doesn't like that word. My phone doesn't like that word.
I don't know why. That's weird.
I know. My phone doesn't like the word, apparently.
You were just shadow banned.
So they were put into the Hall of Fame. How's that?
All right.
There you go. Two great players. Second baseman and a pitcher.
What is this one here? This one. Why was I highlighting over here? She can't see it.
No, I can hear it. I can see it. I can hear it and see it.
I was highlighting the article in my script, which you can't see my script. You're looking at the website.
No, I can't.
So I was just like, why am I highlighting this one?
Yeah, we do have a historic communication here in 1991. Tim Berners-Lee releases files describing his idea for the World Wide Web, WWW, publicly available service on the internet.
Well, it doesn't like debuts either, apparently.
It made its appearance?
Yeah.
Wow, it just picks certain words to not want to talk.
That's weird.
For me to say.
Like, you think it would just, like, let you have it because, this is talking about itself, the internet?
Yeah, we're talking about you, buddy.
Like, right here.
World Wide Web,
yeah.
World Wide Web.
Yep. And here we go.
Yep, we also have here, it's 19... We have Pope John Paul II publishes his encyclical Veritatis Splendor.
Huh. And what is that one revolved around? Let's see here.
A splendor of something.
Let's see. Expresses the position of the Catholic Church regarding fundamentals of the Church role in moral teaching. The encyclical is one of the most comprehensive and philosophical teachings of moral theology in the Catholic tradition. Whoa. Wow.
Whoa.
So that's pretty big.
Kind of saying, here's what we believe, folks. Follow the line.
Yeah. Well, John Paul II, was, and maybe I'm biased because he was my pope for most of my life. Mm-hmm. He was everybody's grandpa. Grandpa Pope. Go up and give him a hug, and he'll give you a blessing. Like. But yeah. What else do we have?
Well, we have here also in 1994, Algerian Muslim threatened schools and universities.
Dang, that's not too cash money.
Oh yeah, it's very vague though of like what schools and universities they were.
Yeah.
But we also have 1995, thousands of gather in Hiroshima for the 50th anniversary of the atomic bombing of the city.
Okay, same day. So yeah. The observance of it. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, thousands gather.
And why don't you take this one since you're more of a music gal than I am?
Oh, right. Yeah, so we have 1996 here. American punk rock band, the Ramones, perform for the last time at the Palace in Hollywood, California.
Oh, man.
Wasn't a big fan.
Yeah, the Ramones, they were old school, man.
Yeah.
Actually, why don't you take this 96 as well, since you're Lady Death?
Oh, yeah. So in 1996, we have Korean Air Flight A1 crashed States territory of Guam, killing 228 people. So I assume the all hands on deck were dead.
Probably. That's like a lot. So, yeah. While that was happening, 1996 as well, NASA, announced that life may have existed on Mars after examining meteorite ALH84001, thought to be from Mars. So they had like water particles or something, like maybe microorganism fossils on it. Not sure. And then while that was happening as well, 1996, U.S. President Bill Clinton signed a new bill imposing sanctions on non-U.S. companies which invest over $40 million a year in the energy sectors of Iran or Libya. Yeah. Okay.
Jeez.
What else do we have? Why did I... I guess I didn't put that in my script here. 1997, Microsoft announced it will invest $150 million in Apple Computer Inc. Huh, that's weird.
Yeah. That's odd.
Yeah. If you don't need any more information in your face that these rival companies are in bed together and their rivalry is only a way for them to like extort more money out of you, I don't know how to help you. So just don't buy Apple. Don't buy Microsoft. Get Linux, there's
Bill Gates makes money off of Apple.
Yeah. And now Apple might be buying Disney. Jesus. So
yeah. So Bill Gates will have more money now.
Yep.
Again.
But let's get back to you, Miss Alice. Where are we? 2001. All right. Here we go.
We have in 2001 two-time champion Marion Jones and has her string of 42 consecutive 100-meter final victories snapped by Ziana. Oh my gosh, how do you say that last name? Pinsovich Black of Ukraine in the World Athletics Championship in Edmonton, Canada.
All right, good job with that last name. That was impressive.
So they had to lose.
I'm amazed I can do it.
Well, no, she was disqualified. Because she had 42 consecutive, victories.
Yeah, so she either false started or something. Who knows what? But she got.
But that's why she's highlighted, because that's like she had a whole thing going and it all just went to hell.
Yeah, maybe she got out of the lane. Who knows what?
I don't know. What else do we have here? This one, yes.
We have in 2006 the American Children's 10-year run on Nickelodeon cable channel.
You cut out for the first third. I don't know what's going on.
So the American Children's Program, Blue's Clues, concludes its 10-year run on Nickelodeon channel.
You got it.
Yeah. You only cut out on cable now. That was weird.
Oh, cable.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on.
Channel. There. That should be fine. What the heck?
And this, here we go.
We have here in 2011 a helicopter.
Yeah, start over.
Team 6 is shot down in Afghanistan, killing 38.
Yeah, you cut out during the first third again. I don't know what's going on, Alice.
I don't either. This is weird. So a helicopter containing members of the Navy SEAL 6 team is shot down in Afghanistan, killing 38 people.
Yeah. And, I believe, I'm not entirely sure, but this was, after the whole killing of Osama bin Laden and everything, I remember seeing that all those involved, on the ground, all the members of SEAL Team 6 that were involved in that whole operation, within a month or 2 months, they all got somehow killed in action or got accidents or something.
Not all of them. The one guy's still alive.
No, not all of them. Well, what year was
okay.
Well, what year was bin Laden assassinated in?
He was in Islamabad, Pakistan, I believe.
Yeah, well, no, what year, not where.
Yeah. He was in a whole compound.
I think that shooting down of that with a 38 kill, I think that was payback.
Huh.
Not necessarily targeting the actual ones.
Huh. Well, let's move on up here. What else do we have, Miss Alice?
Well, we have in 2012 a large fire at the Chevron oil refinery in Ohio.
All right, you're just cutting out randomly, so I'm just. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna take the rest of the show. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. That makes sense.
2012, a large fire erupted at the Chevron oil refinery in Richmond, Ohio, injuring 6 employees. Yikes. While that was happening, Mount Tongariro in New Zealand erupted for the first time in a century. Wow. That's 100 years. Wow. And what else do we have? 2015, and I know you probably want me to read this one, Miss Alice. 2013, 1 person was killed and 4 were injured after a hot air balloon crash in Montbovon in Sweden.
Oh no.
Oh no. That sucks. Moving on up to 2015, U.S. comedian Jon Stewart hosts late-night talk and satirical news show program, The Daily Show, for the last time. Yeah, and it...
Oh, damn, was that 2015?
Yep,
Yeah.
on this date. Yep, and that show is just not even a shadow of its former self. It's more just like a smudge on the ground of its former self. It is just absolutely abysmal of a show now.
Yeah, it used to actually be kind of funny.
Yeah. 2015 as well, we have the world's largest ever pinball tournament, Pinburg, with 700 machines held in Pittsburgh.
Jeez.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of machines. What else do we have? 2018. Boston appoints its first black U.S. police commissioner, William G. Gross. All right.
Boston. I'm Boston in here. Sorry, I love you guys, Massachusetts.
Well, while we're talking about Boston, we have Chicago at the same time. Police appealed for more help after 66 people were shot in the city in one weekend. God.
Oh, damn. Dude, This one's big. I didn't realize... Oh, that was already... God, it's been this long already? 5 years?
Yeah. 2018, Facebook, Apple, YouTube, and Spotify removed conspiracy theorist Alex Jones from their platforms. No, just...
We were just talking about him yesterday.
Yep, we were. What else do we have here?
Has Elon Musk brought him back to Twitter X?
I don't know. That's a question you should probably ask Noah. I don't really care.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I mean, like now that it's X, he doesn't have to unban anybody because, Twitter doesn't exist. He doesn't have to, technically follow, his promise of unbanning people from Twitter because Twitter doesn't exist anymore. True. Like the lawyers speak, the double talk.
So what do you do now? X somebody instead of tweet them?
Yeah, well, it's weird. Cause now, here, let me open up Twitter here real quick.
It says X.
Twitter. So right here, it's just X.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's no longer no. They got rid of the bird.
The what?
The bird.
Oh yeah, it's X.
Yeah,
I know.
It's ridiculous. So, well, what else do we have here? 2018, Saudi Arabia's state airline suspended direct flights to Toronto and expelled ambassador after Canada called for release of detained activists for civil and women's rights. Wow. So, you guys in Saudi Arabia are having a little, duke out there. 2019, a quarter of humanity is running out of water, with 17 countries under extreme water stress, including Cape Town, Los Angeles, and Bangalore, according to a report by the World Resources Institute. Yeah, LA, we've been in a drought for 30 some odd years now.
Well, we broke it last year, but I mean, we're still really low on water.
Yeah. Well, we have radio commercials straight up saying, hey, despite the wet winter, please still, be very responsible with your water. Literally every drop helps. Don't have the faucet running while you're brushing your teeth,
Well, come on.
Be efficient with your showers.
How stupid are we? We live on the edge of the desert and everybody's got a lawn to water. It's just stupid.
You'd think California, with it being one of the largest economies the world has ever seen, within 30 years, they would have figured out some form of desalination process to make water. We're a coastal state and we're thirsty. What the hell is wrong with us?
They have. Ridiculous. It's just they make up excuses why it's so expensive to do.
Yeah.
But we can desalinize.
Yeah.
If people can do it, which I know how to do it.
And why aren't we with the tides coming in, those currents, they create energy. Why haven't we harnessed that and created energy?
Oh, well, the fish, they make it caught. We have to fit the environmentalism. Crap. So, yeah, that's a whole conversation for another show. Anyway, 2019 as well, Barney's New York filed for bankruptcy amid figures. 7,567 U.S. retail stores have closed so far in 2019 compared to 5,864 1 year prior in 2018. That is not good.
No.
And while that was going on, a lawyer representing 800 Boy Scouts identified 350 intercourse abusers, I don't know how to say this lightly, within Boy Scouts of America, saying, quote, "It is the largest people who love children too much ring on earth." God, these words, you can't even say the euphemisms. It's just, YouTube's just looming over me with their hand on the cancel button. Oh, come on, just say something.
So much for free speech.
Yeah, I know, right? And I'm talking about awful things that should be known, you know? Like, you know, like people should be aware. Go see Sound of Freedom, please. Oh, now I got canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
2019, the Philippines declared a national dengue epidemic with 622 people killed and 146,000 cases so far in 2019. What is dengue? I've heard that word before.
Dengue. It's a virus.
I figured as much. Hold on a second. Let's look this up.
I can't remember what the symptoms are, but it's not fun. It's from mosquitoes, I believe, that it's being spread through.
Yeah, dengue, aka breakbone fever, is a viral infection that spreads from mosquitoes to people. It is more common in tropical and subtropical climates. Most people who do get dengue won't have symptoms, but for those that do, the most common symptoms are high fever, headache, body aches, nausea, and rash. All right. And then, last but not least, 2019. Blah, blah, blah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Xander, we're not in the 1900s anymore. It's been 23 years.
What's 100 years between friends?
101. U.S. government imposed wide-ranging sanctions on the Venezuelan government. Yep. All right. And that shall conclude the show. Once again, please check the underbar of the description below for any links you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. As I said before, all of these links have been gathered during the show. I will put down there as I upload. And please check out our link tree. Please check out our affiliates. ASFX is doing some pretty cool stuff. And I actually have them working on something to say during the outro. So I'm just, for now, go there. Anyway, for your dose of Pacifist Daily, we stream every day at 11 in the morning Pacific time, which is 12 Mountain, 1 Central,
2 p.m. Eastern.
Yep. For all of you and all of us, I'm Xander.
And the lovely who is Alice.
Golden Moon.
And you are you. And until you catch us tomorrow, I am doing a show tomorrow. Or if you're interested, I have to make sure.
Yeah.
Well, I might not actually, because I don't really have any time to research right for tomorrow's show.
Wing it.
Well, we'll see. We have this Survival Sundays coming up at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. We also have the Kicked Peanuts coming up at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So until you catch us whenever that is, until then, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!
Be cool, stay in school, and don't do drugs.
Drugs.